you couldn't tell by this fabulous towel I have on my head, today I thought I'd do a hair related video. So I do get quite a few questions about my hair because my hair is quite long, and I have perfected my hair routine to ensure that it kind of stays healthy, and I do quite like my hair to look shiny. So what I've done is I just washed my hair, I did my makeup, and then I kind of left it so I could show you sort of what I do to keep my hair healthy and also shiny, one of my biggest tricks. So in case you were wondering, this isn't my natural hair colour. To dye my hair I use this company, which is called Live Intense Colour. Now I know some people get on really well with this company and some people have no luck at all, it just comes out of their hair, but honestly I dye my hair about every 8 weeks and it will always pretty much be red, but I find with this it always keeps like the top, like main part of my hair a really good red colour, and just sometimes if I leave it for like longer than 8 weeks, or if I go swimming a lot of times, the ends will start to go slightly orangey. But I use this brand, the colour is called Real Red, and it's a pretty simple like dye at home kit. You just put one into another, and the main thing I would recommend is using the little thing that comes with them, because this is honestly #1 in my tips of how to keep my hair shiny, because if I don't use these my hair looks really dry and damaged. So I always use the one out of the packet, and you can actually buy spare ones on eBay as well, if like maybe in 2 weeks time you feel like it needs a little bit more life. So the other thing I do to keep my hair like long and to keep it healthy is I trim it regularly. Now I've only been to the hairdressers once in my life and they did it completely wrong. So I trim my hair completely myself, and it just means I can get it exactly looking how I want it to look. I just literally go through each strand and trim a little bit off, just making sure there's no split ends, because split ends are the major thing which is going to dry out your hair and make your hair look damaged. But saying that, I am not like a hair care professional at all. I'm just talking from my own personal experience of having long and dyed hair. Also, due to the fact I have a fringe, it does grow out quite quickly, and that means it goes in my eyes, like as you can see right now. So trimming it at home just means you can skip out that constant need to go to the hairdressers. Cut it myself to get it the perfect length. Now before all you guys freak out, I did have like a little bin lid down here catching all the hair, just so you weren't freaking out about the fact I was sitting in a pile of cut hair. So other than using this dye with the conditioner that comes in it, trimming my hair frequently, my main advice and trick is using a good pair of hair straighteners. So you can use hair straighteners obviously to curl or straighten your hair, but my hair naturally is just a bit weird. It's like a little bit wavy on the bottom. If I scrunch my hair while it's drying, it will go curly. If I like brush it continuously while I'm drying it, it'll go straighter. So it's like one of those kind of in-between hair types, but I do tend to just go for like a straightened hair look. I feel like it just suits me the best out of all the different hairstyles that I've tried. And while I straighten my hair, I do use like a comb like this. I just feel like it allows you to make sure that there's absolutely like no knots in your hair before you straighten it, and I just feel that if I'm straightening very like knot-free hair, it tends to stay knot-free and looks shinier for longer. Any shine that you see around the top is natural, it's occurred from all the previous steps which I have shown you, but the rest of my hair I get shiny using these hair straighteners. So I actually whopped these out of the cupboard. Quite a while ago I made a review on these hair straighteners by Nicky Clarke. Nicky Clarke is my go-to like hair straightening company. When I went and bought these, I refused to buy anything but Nicky Clarke. Now with these red ones, it did state on the box that there was like technology that was meant to hold in the moisture and keep your hair shiny, which it did. I had no idea how it worked, but I assumed it was something to do with like the plates of these hair straighteners. Now the reason I got new ones is I went on holiday and these stopped working, they broke, so I like hunted down a new pair and I found these ones which are even better. I would 100% recommend these ones over these ones now, but these were my go-to straighteners. They stopped working while I was on holiday. I came back and they started working again, which was really annoying because I spent 40 quid on a new pair, but honestly this new pair has just been my godsend. So unlike normal, I was super organised and I actually kept the box that these hair straighteners came in. Now I bought these from Sainsbury's, but you can literally get them in Asda, any of like the big supermarket stores. You can get them in Boots, you can literally get them everywhere. You could probably get them on eBay, but I would definitely not recommend buying them off eBay just because you don't get any guarantee. Whereas if like me, you buy them from like Sainsbury's or somewhere like that, you get a year's worth guarantee just in case anything goes wrong. So these are called the SuperShine hair straighteners, which kind of makes sense as this video is about how I keep my hair shiny, and this has Ionic Steam Conditioning within it, which I had never actually come across before on any other straighteners that I'd seen like my friends using or any other ones I saw online, so I was very intrigued. I think these hair straighteners retail for about £80, but mine were half price and they were £40. I checked on the site the other day and they were still on sale, so I don't know if it's one of those products which kind of go in and out of sale like continuously, but I definitely recommend if you do see these for £80, maybe just waiting it out a couple of weeks and having a look back and seeing maybe if you can get them in at a sale. So other than the fact that these are steam conditioning, they're pretty much the same as every other straightener. They go up to 235 degrees Fahrenheit. A lot of people ask me, do you use like a hair like damage control thing to stop your hair getting damaged by heat? And the answer is no. Personally, I don't know if it's just my genetics, but I've never had any issues with my hair really getting damaged from heat. I guess it's probably slightly more damaged than it would be if I didn't dye it, and if I didn't kind of put any treatment on it at all. But as far as like damage from heat treatment goes, I'd say that there is like little to absolutely none, especially when using these hair straighteners. I did want to mention as well, I do straighten my hair every time I wash my hair, but I have a routine where I only wash my hair every 10 to 14 days. Now, the reason I do this is because another way of keeping long hair healthy is to really maintain those natural oils, especially like me if you're permanently dyeing your hair every couple of months, because it really does strip out those natural oils. So natural oils are the culprit to when you have greasy hair. Now, when I first started like leaving my hair to like let the oils marinate, my hair did look super greasy. It was a really weird stage. Once you break through that like first couple of weeks, your hair starts just looking clean pretty much all the time, which is really handy because anyone with long hair knows it's just an absolute hassle to try and wash and dry and straighten too frequently. So I've got mine down to 10 to 14 days between having to wash it. My hair doesn't smell, to my knowledge, in between. It stays relatively knot free and it stays pretty much looking shiny the whole time. I'd say around like the 2-week mark it does start to feel quite dry on the ends, and at that point I know it's probably about time for me to wash my hair again. Now, a trick I definitely say if you are trying to get like your natural oils to keep your hair looking clean, to use a brush to, when it starts getting greasy, brush your hair down to the bottom, and this should kind of naturally bring those oils down and kind of replenish your dry ends, and kind of make it not look so greasy at the top. So that's just my little tip, but I'm sure there's lots more videos about natural oils. But yeah, so these are the straighteners. They've got a little lock at the end, so when it's locked they don't open, but as soon as you twist this end bit they pop open, so then you can use them. I love the fact that these straighteners have such a long wire. It's probably around 3 meters long, so it means if you don't have very many plugs in your house, this is really handy because you can stretch it all across the room and still sit in your preferred spot to straighten your hair. Now, I usually like to straighten my hair sat on the floor, but I'm just going to do it on my bed just so you can like see the process of how this works. Step 1 when using these SuperShine Nicky Clarke straighteners is to fill up this little pouch. Now, I have never actually had to do this before with any other straighteners, but it has this little water pouch which you can see has little water in it, and this is part of the Shine technology because this turns into steam a little bit like how an actual iron would. And if you look in the actual kind of metal plates, you'll see there are these little holes down here, and that's where it squirts out the steam. So when I am doing my hair, it may freak you out because you'll see like a little gust of steam. Just don't worry, I'm not burning my hair off. It is literally just steam coming out of here. My hair is slightly damp as well, but I've found, especially with these straighteners, it just helps with the whole locking in shine kind of thing. Now the only difference between these straighteners and the red Nicky Clarke straighteners, which I showed you last time, is these ones do take slightly longer to heat up. And I think it's just because they got to sort out this water in here, but it is a case of just turning it on. Now you'll see that it is flashing 3. I always put mine to 4. I think the highest setting is 5, but I like to keep mine at 4. I've just worked out that this is the best setting for me. But it does have 5 settings, so you can choose kind of whichever works best for you. You can probably hear a few kind of sounds as it sorts itself out. Now this just continues to flash until it gets up to the right heat. So it's going to take a little while. It usually takes about 30 seconds until it is at solid 4. Now once this has stopped flashing and it just shows up the number, there's like a little key button. If you hold that down for long enough, it should go red. That means that it's going to lock it at this temperature and it's not going to mess around, because something I have noticed, especially like when using these, is these buttons are kind of like in your prime holding place and you don't want to accidentally change the settings. So if I have locked it down, I can't change the settings at all until I unlock it, which just means that you're not going to be accidentally changing the setting while you're straightening. Now I have no actual advice to give you when straightening my hair. I just do it in short little chunks and I comb it before I straighten it. So cue the time lapse of me straightening my hair. Okay, so I'm done straightening my hair. It does take me about 40 to 45 minutes to actually do it, just because there is quite a lot of it. But hopefully you can see that these straighteners have made sure that it has stayed shiny kind of all the way down my hair, down to the ends. So I'd say they are my main trick to get kind of shiny hair all the way down to the ends, because I feel like a lot of these kind of quick fix shiny hair products make the top of your hair shiny, but they don't work so well on the drier kind of ends. And as you can imagine, since my hair is quite long, the ends are definitely kind of more prone to get like damaged. These ends have kind of grown all the way down and had to withstand lots and lots of different bottles of dye, probably different colours of dye, multiple hot treatments, multiple exposures to like sun and you name it. These ends have had it, and as you can see, hopefully they still look nice and shiny and healthy. So that was my quick lowdown as to how I keep my hair shiny, and I definitely say that the Nicky Clarke SuperShine straighteners are a really big factor to how I can keep my hair looking this shiny for up to around 2 weeks. As I said, I only wash my hair every kind of 10 to 14 days anyway, and it will now pretty much stay looking like this until I wash my hair again, basically. I won't really do much with my hair now. I normally put my hair up into either like a ponytail or like 2 side ponytails, so I'm just going to do that now because it's so hot and I need to get it out my face. But I will try and find a link to these straighteners down below in case you too want to give them a go. I definitely say they're worth every penny. If you do have any other questions or potential like video requests to do with my hair, please let me know. I know a lot of people ask questions and I try and reply to them as much as I can, but sometimes it's hard to explain without actually physically showing you. So thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If it's sunny where you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I'll see you next time. Bye!